Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of this high school JV boys volleyball contest between the visiting Needham High Rockets and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. We're getting this one started a little later than originally intended. As you can see, teams still warming up. Originally, we were slated for a 4 p.m. start time. Obviously, that ship has sailed, but we're going to be getting started very, very soon here. And this is a show you certainly don't want to miss. A nice little JV matinee here at Schluntz as the varsity squads for Brookline and Needham will be facing each other right after this one. I'll have live coverage of that one as well. Be sure to look for and find the link for that stream as well, which will be going on right after this one concludes, but should still be quite the show as these are two programs, two of the stronger programs year in and year out in the state of Massachusetts, Brookline and Needham. And so, you know, while we may not be seeing the stars of today in a match like this, we might be seeing some of the stars of tomorrow, as these are two programs that really know how to reload their rosters year in and year out, regardless of how much talent they graduate. So without further ado, we got about 2.5 minutes on the pregame clock. So I'm going to quickly go through the rosters for these two teams. We're going to start with the visiting Needham High Rockets. Going in order of jersey number for Needham, first off we have number 1, Ethan Lee. Next, number 2, Micah Gladstone. Number 3, Ben Villa. Number 4, Mason Langlos. Number 10, Nate Scaterd. Number 11, Max Cooper. Number 12, Joseph Zolotar. Number 13, Lucas Taranoga. Alternatively, either wearing number 17 or number 15 is Logan Liu. Number 21, John Spangler. Number 24, Jackson Steinwagner. Number 32, Freddie Goodman. Number 33, Cole Davidson. Number 41, Tucker Anderson. Number 45, Diego Vaccaro. And, one extra fitting in here, number 16, Johnny Curita. So that's the JV roster for Needham. And now let's quickly go through the JV roster for Brookline. Going in order of jersey number for the JV Boys Volleyball Warriors. First off, we have number 2, Merrick Stein. Next, number 8, Matt Rosales. Number 11, Ben Zoe. Number 14, Henry Perdue. Number 22, Jack Castro. Number 24, Will Kiger. Number 25, Ivan Epworth. Number 27, Max Wong. Number 30, Ryan Cheng. Number 36, Jed O'Donnell. Number 46, Henry White. Number 86, Noah Martin. And number 88, Luis Suarez. Head coach of the Brookline High JV Boys Volleyball team is Justin Suhu. The two teams now taking part in the traditional pregame handshake line as we get ready to get this one underway. Once again, thank you all for tuning in today. If you know of any Brookline fans that you think might be wanting to tune into this one, be sure to send them the link. These streams are unlisted so that other teams don't use it for scouting purposes or anything like that. And so if you know of any Brookline fans that want to watch it, be sure to send them the exact link. Starting lineups coming out for the two teams. For Brookline, we see Luis Suarez, Will Kiger, Ivan Epworth, Merrick Stein, Henry White, and Ben Zoe. One of them will check out for the libero, number 36, Jed O'Donnell. Good to see Ivan Epworth back out there on the floor. He was injured the last time that we covered the JV squad in their match against Natick last week. For Needham, we see number 1, Ethan Lee, number 17 there, libero Logan Liu, number 32, Freddie Goodman, number 45, Diego Vaccaro, number 41, Tucker Anderson, and number 4, Mason Langlos. First to serve will be number 1, Ethan Lee, here in the first of this best-of-3 match. Serve is received and not received well. That's going to be an ace right off the bat from Ethan Lee. Lee back on serve. This time received well by Ben Zoe, set by Luis Suarez. The spike from Will Kiger is blocked, and it's blocked in. Mason Langlos with the block that time. The serve could not be dug out properly by Kiger. And 2 aces early from Ethan Lee as Needham off to a strong start here. This serve could not be received either. Ethan Lee off to a very hot start, acing 3 of his first 4 serves. And they all seem to be flying off the side of the hands. Might be a bit of a side spin on that one that the Brookline receivers aren't handling well. This one received by Zoe, chased down by Suarez, pushed over by Stein, received by number 32, Freddie Goodman, set by Lee, and a spike blocked back by Will Kiger, and Brookline gets on the board. Good coverage by Kiger on that one as we check out the replay. Tracked that one well to the right side for the left-handed spike attempt and came through with the block. Luis Suarez on serve for the Warriors. This one received by Anderson, set by Lee, and couldn't get it over. An erroneous set there from the Rockets gives Brookline the point. This serve taken by Anderson, set by Lee. The spike from Freddie Goodman sails long, back-to-back errors from Needham, and Brookline now within 1. Serve drops just past the line. A strong watch from the libero, Logan Liu. Now this serve is received by Kiger, set by Epworth. Roll shot by Stein is received, set by Lee. The spike goes through by Tucker Anderson, number 41, for his first kill of the match. This serve received by Kiger off the ceiling. It's followed up by Suarez. Roll shot by Kiger, received by Liu, set by Lee. Tap over by Goodman, received by Stein, set by Suarez. Spike, roll shot by Kiger. Good idea, but he sent it too far. And it's a 7-3 lead for Needham. Now this serve received by O'Donnell, followed up by Epworth, bumped over by Kiger. Received by Liu, set by Lee. The spike out of the middle is whiffed by Diego Vaccaro. Seven to 4 now as Brookline goes back on serve, trying to get back into this one. This serve from Kiger received by Goodman, set by Lee. A battle of the net, tapped over, received barely by Suarez, followed up by O'Donnell. Long roll shot by Zoe, received by Goodman, set by Lee. A tap over is received by Epworth, set by Suarez. Now Zoe tries to spike, deflected, and could not be followed up. Ben Zoe with the first kill of the day for Brookline. As from the lean back hit he got there, just got enough to force a bad deflection, but the serve missed there, as Needham will go right back on serve. On serve now, number 13, Lucas Taranoga for the Rockets. Off the net cord, dug out barely by Kiger, followed up by Suarez, punched over by Stein, received by Goodman, bumped up by Lee, tap over by Anderson, and he misses it wide. Another one of those cases of right idea, just wrong execution. Anderson had the right idea, sending it down the line, just a little bit wide of the sideline. Epworth, the serve into the net. Brookline's been struggling with some service errors early. That's the second straight time that they've gone on serve and immediately missed. Now going on serve for Needham, number 2, Micah Gladstone. Serve drops in. Shorter than Brookline was expecting. Good placement by Gladstone for the ace, and Brookline calls timeout. 10-6, the Needham lead. Remember, these sets are first to 25, win by 2. It's a best of 3 match, meaning the first to 2 sets wins. So slightly different from the varsity matches, which are best of 5, first to 3 sets wins. Remember, we'll have that varsity match live streamed after this one. Needham with the early advantage, and it's been a night and day difference in terms of serve quality, as Needham has produced 4 aces and very few, if any, service errors. Meanwhile, Brookline has had multiple service errors. And the serve is such a critical part of this sport. I mean, this sport is literally designed that you cannot win the match without winning service points. Out of the timeout, Gladstone back on serve. Received by Kiger, set by Suarez, spiked by Henry White out of the middle. Powerful spike from Henry White for his first kill of the day. That's exactly what Brookline wanted out of the timeout. Serve, received by Goodman, set by Gladstone, punched over, taken by Brookline, and they're going to call a violation on Brookline. I think they're going to say that the setter, Max Wong, touched the net there. And so the point goes to Needham. Serve goes back to Needham. It'll now be number 41, Tucker Anderson, sending it over for the Rockets. Taken by O'Donnell, set by Wong. Long spike by Matt Rosales, and they could not follow it up properly. Maybe not enough for a full kill, but still a strong shot from Matt Rosales. Going on serve now is Ben Zoe. And sends it into the net, and again, The service problems continue to plague the Warriors. They have got to get those first hits in and give themselves a chance to go on a point streak. If they can't get their serves in, they don't even have a chance to win their service points and get some momentum going. Logan Liu, the libero, serving now for the Rockets. Received by Kiger, set by Wong. Tap over, and it's sent back wide as Matt Rosales gets the kill that time. Just a nice tap down the line, getting it over and getting the kill. Serve from Jed O'Donnell goes into the net. Honestly, it's kind of impressive how much Brookline is staying in this first set with how bad their serving has been so far. I think that's like their third or fourth straight time having a service error on their first service point. You know, it speaks to how well they've been doing in sequence during the live points when they're receiving, but they have got to find their form on serve soon because this is not going to hold. Ethan Lee back on serve. Received by Kiger, followed up by Zoe. Too close to the net, but punched over by Kiger. Deflected. Oh, but an illegal underhit is called on Langlos there. And Brookline manages to get the point. It was a near block there by, I think, number 45, Diego Vaccaro, but could only deflect it. And then Langlos trying to just get his hand on it to keep the point alive and just couldn't hit it properly. 13-10, the score should read. Suarez the serve, received by Anderson, set by Lee. Goodman, the spike, flies wide, but it was touched by a Brookline player. Freddie Goodman with his first kill of the match. 14-10 as the teams continue trading points. Goodman's serve, received by Kiger, set by Suarez, and the set goes off that ceiling crossbeam, throws off the trajectory, and Needham gets the point. And a timeout is called by Brookline. You know, again, at this JV level, you know, it's all about, you know, execution. That can be the night and day difference because you saw what's allowed Brookline to keep up and consistently win their receiving points is the fact that they are so solid in stringing 3 hits together and getting it over the net. You could see Needham had a lot of problems of just stringing a good sequence together and sending over a spike that wasn't sailing long or wide or into the net or something like that, or committing an illegal hit somewhere in their sequence. Meanwhile, Brookline more consistently able to get it over and stay in the point. But on the flip side, Needham executing on their serves a lot better than Brookline, and that's what's keeping them ahead right now. Goodman's serve off the hands for an ace. First ace of the day for Freddie Goodman, as Brookline is going to sub in number 22, Jack Castro, in place of Will Kiger. Goodman back on serve. His team leads by 6. The serve barely sent over on 2 by Brookline, and they got the point. Boy, that's as lucky a break as you're going to get. Barely touched first by Castro on the dive, and then Luis Suarez just reached his hand out and just touched it just enough to deflect it over the net for what basically counts as a kill. Now Needham's struggling, and they can't get the 3 hits together as the ceiling betrays them there. That first hit from Logan Liu went off the crossbeam, threw off the trajectory, and so Ethan Lee couldn't follow it up properly. 16-12, the serve from Castro, received by Liu, set by Lee. Langlos, the spike, gets the kill. That's got to be the cleanest 3-hit sequence we have seen from Needham so far in this first set, as Mason Langlos delivers his first kill. 17-12, the Rockets lead as Taranoga back on serve. Received by O'Donnell, set by Suarez, spiked by Stein, is kept alive by Needham and pushed over by Lee. Received by Epworth, set by Suarez, pushed over by Epworth, and Epworth gets the kill on the second try. Ivan Epworth with his first kill there. Serve from Epworth is received by Goodman. Bumped up awkwardly, punched over by Langlos, and Langlos gets another kill. Might have been a slightly bad read by Castro on the back line there, but when the hit's coming at you and it's coming directly at your body like that, you got to get your hands on it because it's going to go off you one way or another. Serve from Gladstone, received by Castro, set by Suarez. Tap over by White, deflected, followed up by Gladstone, punched over by Anderson, received by O'Donnell, set by Suarez. Zoe flies and gets it just barely through the blockers for the kill. A powerful spike with just enough downward trajectory that the attempted block goes into the net. 18-14 as Benzo collects his second kill. Max Wong now on serve for the Warriors. Received by Taranoga, set by Gladstone. Anderson, the spike gets through. Both teams feel like they're settling into a rhythm here as Anderson collects his second kill. Much more crisp execution all around from both sides, but Needham is riding that early strong start to a good lead here. This serve taken by O'Donnell, set by Wong, spike Zoe. Ben Zoe delivers again, going cross court to the back line for his third kill of this set. Zoe now on serve. Received by Taranoga, bumped up by Gladstone, pushed over by Anderson, received by Wong, set by O'Donnell. The spike is dug out by Anderson, followed up by Taranoga, bumped over by number 3, Ben Villa, taken by O'Donnell, set by Wong, mistimed, but White barely gets it over. Received by Goodman, set by Gladstone. Goodman, the spike blocked back, but Goodman recovers, followed up by Taranoga. Oh, but an illegal double hit on Taranoga on that second hit. And Brookline gets the point, but what a thrilling rally from both sides. Great defensive play from both Brookline and Needham to stay in that point, despite some strong offensive sequences. And Needham will call their first time out of the first set. Things starting to heat up a bit. Brookline trying to cut it close as we head towards the later stage of this first set. We got our first note in the live chat from a Brookline High Boys Volleyball alum, Charlie Perdue, in the live chat saying, "Let's go Brookline." Thanks for the good vibes, Charlie. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Hope the college life has been treating you well. And hope you'll stick around with us for the varsity match after this one. But for now, we've got quite the thrilling first set in the JV match. Brookline trying to launch a comeback here late in the first set. Serve from Zoe goes into the net, and that's not how you want to come out of the timeout. Brookline doesn't want to get back to those problems with their serves. As Needham reaches that magical 20-point threshold first, they are just 5 points away from taking this first set. Logan Liu, the serve, dug out by O'Donnell, set by Wong. Spike barely through, and the kill is made by Jack Castro. Might have been just an erroneous hit there, but it was forced by the spike. So I think we can give a kill to Castro there. This serve received by Liu, set by Gladstone, pushed over by Goodman, kept alive by Rosales, followed up by O'Donnell. Roll shot by Castro, received by Anderson, set by Gladstone. Spike Villa, dug out by Zoe, followed up awkwardly, sent over on 2, sent back on 1 by Vaccaro, received by Wong, set by O'Donnell. Spike Rosales blocked, and Brookline keeping it alive. They send it over on 2, but they send it wide. Another thrilling rally as, again, things are heating up with these two teams late in the first set. It really feels like they got the early first set jitters out of their system. And now we're seeing some much more crisp, well-executed volleyball. Ethan Lee sends it over, dug out by Castro, bumped up by Epworth, punched over by Rosales, chased down by Anderson, bumped up by Lee. Goodman, the spike. It touched the pole, but they don't call it. Wait. They do call it. The hit, if you spike it, it's not allowed to hit that red and white pole that goes up each side of the net. And credit to Brookline for continuing to play out the point until the whistle was blown there. As you could see, they were screaming for the call, but it's like you got to keep playing until the whistle. Serve from Suarez, received by Liu, set by Lee. Spike Goodman deflected and could not be dug out by Zoe, as Freddie Goodman gets his second kill of this first set. Needham now just 3 points away. They lead by 4. 22-18, Goodman on serve. Received by Castro, set by Suarez, sent over and down by Ivan Epworth for another kill. Brookline not backing down from this challenge as Ivan Epworth gets his second kill. And this serve received by Liu, set by Lee. Anderson punches it over, taken by O'Donnell, bumped up by Suarez. Zoe, the roll shot, received by Goodman, set by Lee. Anderson, the spike, drops in. Great spiking angle from Tucker Anderson for his third kill of the set. Avoided the blockers and dropped it in the bucket there in no man's land, right in front of a potential receiver. Good placement there. 23-19, Needham leads. Serve from Taranoga, received by Zoe, set by Suarez, and Epworth again. Such great hang time on those jumps out of the middle to throw off the timing of the potential blockers, and then just precision and touch on those pushover kills from Epworth. This serve is received, set by Lee. Langlos punches it over, dug out barely and tapped over by White, received by Langlos, set by Lee. Anderson, the spike, deflected, but Brookline touched the net. Tough violation for Brookline there, as they had a strong rally going there. And now Needham with set point at 24-20. Serving for the set is number 2, Micah Gladstone. Received by Zoe, tapped by Suarez, pushed over by White. Received by Goodman, set by Gladstone. Anderson, the spike blocked. But another violation as Brookline touches the net again, and Needham takes the first set. (25-20), the final score of set number 1. And again, the difference really was just in the consistency of the serving. Once these two teams started playing points out consistently, there weren't any real big runs. Needham got off to a solid start. They went up, I think, like 4-0 to start the set. And after that, the entire rest of the set, they only outscored Brookline by 1 point. That's how even these two teams were after that first strong serving start led by Ethan Lee for the Rockets. And so really, that's the main difference. So if Brookline can find the rhythm with serving, I think we could see an even closer set in this second set coming up. But first, during this break between the first and second sets, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives, which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline, started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And you can see all that information on our local charity spotlight in the description down below. Be sure to check out the Brookline Education Foundation. Such an important cause, helping to continue to improve and innovate the quality of education we get here in the town of Brookline, especially nowadays. For anyone keeping up with the news, you know there's a lot of talk about funding and potential cutting of funds for the Brookline Education Department. So really important to invest in education. Be sure to check out the Brookline Education Foundation. That's my brief political soapbox for the day. The teams come back out on the floor for the second set, which could be the final set of the match should Needham win it. If Brookline wins it, we go to a do-or-die third set, which I believe would be best first 15 win by 2 rather than first 25. Brookline coming out with a starting set of Rosales, Epworth, Kiger, Suarez, White, and Zoe. One of them will be subbing out for the libero, presumably. For Needham, they come out with a starting rotation featuring number 21, John Spangler, number 33, Cole Davidson, number 11, Max Cooper, number 24, Jackson Steinwagner, number 1, Ethan Lee, and number 32, Freddie Goodman. So outside of Lee, Goodman, and Steinwagner, we're seeing 3 players for Natick that did not play in that first set, and both teams going with an alternate libero, as number 16, Johnny Kurita, checks in for Needham, and for Brookline, the new libero, number 30, Ryan Cheng. Luis Suarez will be on serve for Brookline to start this second set. And here we go. Serve received by Goodman, but received awkwardly, and Suarez starts us off with an ace. And then a serve into the net. The service error bug plagued Brookline throughout that first set. They don't want to get back into that problem again here in the second. Serve from Goodman, barely dug out by Cheng, followed up by Suarez, but Kiger couldn't get it over, and Needham takes the point. Goodman sends it over, taken by Zoe, set by Suarez, spike by Rosales. Could not be followed up after the deflection. A powerful shot from the right side hitter for Brookline as Rosales picks up his second kill of the match. Rosales now with the serve, barely dug out and could not be followed up properly. I think we can count that as an ace for Matt Rosales, as Needham just had a hard time receiving that one. And this serve barely dug out by Kurita, followed up by Lee. Spike Was it deflected though? No deflection, it sails long, and Brookline gets the point. Number 11, Max Cooper, tried to send it down the line. Got it over the blocker's fingertips, but it went long. Serve received by Goodman, set by Lee. Spike is blocked, received by Goodman, followed up by Lee, and that spike into the net from Cooper. Back-to-back errors from Needham, and Brookline now starting to build a lead here, 5-2. Number 41, Tucker Anderson, checks back in for Needham, replacing Cooper. Anderson was a strong spiker for Needham. In that first set, he had 3 kills. Rosales the serve, taken by Carita, set by Lee. Anderson the spike, dug out by Suarez, bumped up by Chang, pushed over by Kiger, received by Davidson, set by Lee. Anderson another spike, and they could not dig it out this time. What a difference one substitution makes. Tucker Anderson with a couple of powerful shots in that rally as he collects his 4th kill of the match, as he currently leads all hitters. Now on serve, number 12, Joseph Zolotar, seeing the floor for the first time today. Zolotar's serve, taken by Rosales, set by Suarez. Spike, Kiger whiffed on it into the net. And Needham now back within 1 of Brookline. Another sub for Needham as Cooper checks back in for Anderson. Zolotar's serve taken by Rosales, set by Suarez. Zoe, the spike deflected and taken by Cooper. Bumped over on 2 by Steinwagner, taken by Chang, set by Suarez. Spike to the back corner, missed it wide. Epworth can't believe it. He thought he got that one. Either he thought it dropped in or he thought it deflected something, but the official disagrees, and we're tied at 5. Serve taken by Chang, set by, or punched up by Suarez, but punched up illegally. Illegal underhit on Suarez as he couldn't quite get his hand on that one properly. 6-5, the Needham advantage. Zolotar's serve taken by Zoe, set by Suarez. Zoe flies, gets it through the blockers for a kill, as he has now got 4, tied with Anderson to lead all hitters on both teams. Serve from Chang, dug out, followed up by Lee, and a spike down the line by Max Cooper, as after the brief benching, he redeems himself with a kill there. 7-6, Needham leads. Micah Gladstone now on serve for the Rockets. Serve received by Rosales, set by Suarez. Spike, Kiger deflected, dug out by Zolotar, set up by Cooper, pushed over. Oh, but an illegal underhit on Cooper there ties us up at 7. That's the tough thing about when your first hit puts it in a position that your setter can't get to it for the second hit. You end up with someone who's not used to hitting those sets with the proper technique. Max Wong now on serve for the Warriors. Received awkwardly by Cooper. No, not kept alive. Brookline gets the point, as I think we can credit Max Wong with the ace that time. Brookline an 8-7 lead. This one received by Goodman, bumped up by Gladstone, punched over, but punched wide by number 10, Nate Skaterd. Nine to 7 now. Brookline starting to string some points together. Serve Received by Goodman, set by Gladstone. Spike Cooper drops inside the sideline for a kill. Going cross court from the right side this time, as his first kill was down the line from the left side. Both of them landed in very similar areas. Now Cooper on serve. And the top spin there fooled the Brookline receivers completely for a service ace. Cooper's serve, this time received, but not well. Another ace for Max Cooper, making an impact here in the second set. This one received by Zoe, set by Wong. Zoe, the spike, and could not be followed up. They almost managed to get a second hit on that one, but couldn't stop Ben Zoe from getting his 5th kill of the match. Zoe's serve misses into the net. And that's something that Zoe has definitely got to work on, his serving consistency. You know, he's got some powerful spikes. He's got the potential to be, you know, a strong varsity player in the future, but got to develop that serving. He receives that serve, bumped up by Chang, and a spike from Matt Rosales. Matt Rosales delivers from the left side there, his 3rd kill of the match so far. Serve from Henry White, received by Carita. Bumped up barely by Gladstone and pushed over by Goodman. Now a setup for Epworth, deflected, chased down by Carita, followed up by Cooper, and Goodman couldn't get it over. Misjudged where that ball was going to fall as he was trying to set up a roll shot there. Ended up completely on top of it and sending it straight into the net. Serve from Henry White, dug out by Cooper, set by Gladstone. Spike Goodman goes for the kill. Freddie Goodman with his 3rd kill of the match so far. Ethan Lee back on serve for the Rockets. And he sends it into the net. A rare mistake from Ethan Lee, who has been so strong on the serve so far for Needham. Had 3 aces in that first set that helped Needham get out to a strong early lead, but that time he misses. Now Suarez the serve, taken by Carita, set by Lee. Goodman, the roll shot, chased down by Zoe, and Brookline can't follow that up and get it over. They almost did. They got a 3rd touch on that ball, but no dice. 13 all. Goodman the serve, taken by Zoe, bumped up by Suarez. Kiger the spike. Dug out by Carita, set by Lee. Cooper the spike. Sails it just long. (14-13). The Brookline advantage here in set number 2. Rosales the serve, taken by Goodman. Followed up early by Cooper, punched right back by Will Kiger. A chaotic point starting from the first hit, as Cooper just had to kind of dive for that one to try and get it over, and Will Kiger took advantage to get his first kill of the match as a timeout is called, with Brookline leading 15-13. Unofficial individual stats so far, these are just my own personal counts For Brookline, Ben Zoe leading the way with 5 kills. Matt Rosales with 3 kills and 1 service ace. Ivan Epworth with 3 kills. Luis Suarez with 1 kill and 1 ace. Will Kiger, 1 kill, 1 block. 1 kill each for Jack Castro and Henry White, and 1 ace from Max Wong. Unfortunately, I've not been able to keep track of assists this time. I know I was able to last time, and I just kind of neglected to do it early, and so I've already, I don't have a count for that one, I'm sorry. For Needham, Tucker Anderson, 4 kills. Freddie Goodman, 3 kills, 1 ace. Max Cooper, 2 kills, 2 aces. Ethan Lee, 3 aces. Mason Langlos, 2 kills, 1 block. And Micah Gladstone with 1 ace. Out of the timeout, this serve taken by Cooper, set by Lee. Roll shot Cooper, dug out by Zoe, set by Suarez. Spike Kiger to the corner, taken by Goodman, set by Lee. Roll shot Cole Davidson, taken by Kiger, set by Suarez. Zoe, the long spike. Not enough top spin, it goes long. Was trying to drop that one on that back line there, but could not. Now on serve is Zolotar. This one just long. That one was actually very close to the back line, but ultimately a good watch by Ryan Chang on the back line. This serve from Chang sails long. 16-15. On serve now, Gladstone. This one taken by Rosales, set by Suarez. Kiger sends it over, deflected, taken by Goodman. Set by Gladstone, tap by Cooper, blocked back, but blocked wide. All tied up at 16 apiece as Cooper gets his 3rd kill of the match. Gladstone serve taken by Chang, set by Suarez, and it went over the back of White's head as he wasn't able to get a hit on that one. Needham takes the 17-16 lead. This serve received by Rosales, chased down by Suarez. Long spike Kiger, taken by Gladstone, followed up by Goodman. Punched over by Cooper, deflected, taken by Rosales, set by Suarez. Spike by Zoe, and that one's going to go for the kill. Great power from Ben Zoe. As from the side like that, you're not going to be able to control the power and the spin of a spike from Ben Zoe as he collects his 6th kill of the match so far. All tied up at 17. Wong now on serve for the Warriors. This one received by Goodman, set by Gladstone, spike into the net. Not sure if it was blocked by White on that one. The attempted, nope, that one was into the net. Long serve taken by Goodman, set by Gladstone. Cooper, the roll shot drops in. Deadly top spin from Max Cooper as he collects his 4th kill of this 2nd set and now goes on serve. The serve taken by Rosales, set by Wong. Stein the spike. Merrick Stein with his 1st kill so far today as Brookline goes up 19-18. Still anybody's set as we go into the late stages. So the serve taken awkwardly, but they managed to push it over. Taken by Zoe, set by Wong, tap over by Stein, dug out followed up by Zolotar, but the spike blocked there by Henry White. Big time block from White that time to get Brookline up to magic number 20 as a timeout is called by Needham. This second set coming down to the wire. Just a 2-point deficit separating these two teams. Brookline 5 points away from taking this second set and forcing a do-or-die third set. But Needham themselves just 7 points away from taking this second set and ending the match here and now. Still anyone's game here. On serve, Zoe, taken by Cooper, followed up by Gladstone, and Cooper could not bump it over. Another ceiling-aided point there as the initial hit from Cooper bounced hard off the ceiling, made it a tough second hit for Gladstone. 21-18. Zoe's serve, taken by Cooper, set by Gladstone. Spike Goodman, deflected, taken by Wong, bumped up awkwardly by Cheng, and Wong can't bump it over. Some miscommunication there, as you can see a couple of Warriors players trying to go for that second hit that kind of threw everything off its rhythm. Johnny Carita now on serve. And that one sails long. Another good watch from Cheng along the back line. Brookline leads by 3, and they are 3 points away from taking the set. 22-19 the score. Henry White going on serve for the Warriors. Taken by Cooper, set by Gladstone. The spike by Skaturt is blocked back by Matt Rosales. Good coverage there on the right side. The serve received by Cooper, set by Gladstone. Goodman, the spike, taken by Zoe, and that went over. It touched the ceiling, but they're not calling it. And Goodman, they're waiting for the call. And they're going to discuss things. And yeah, the official is pointing out that Zoe's third hit went off the ceiling and went over to the other side of the net. That's illegal. That can't be done. It can go off the ceiling, as we've seen it do several times, so long as it stays on the same side of the net after it goes off the ceiling. But if it goes off the ceiling and goes over the net, that's an illegal hit. So that was a good call by the official there. Bit of a late call, but still a good call regardless. Lee's serve taken by Zoe, and Brookline couldn't get it over. I think we can classify that as Ethan Lee's fourth ace. As Needham trying to get back in this one. They trail by just 2. Brookline 2 points away. Serve taken by Zoe, set by Wong. Stein the spike. Huge spike from Merrick Stein for his second kill as Brookline now at set point. Luis Suarez serving to send us to a third set. Serve taken by Goodman, set by Lee. Davidson the spike, sails long, but they called the deflection. A close call there. And the official calls the deflection as Cole Davidson gets his first kill. 24-22. Still set point for Brookline. Goodman the serve. Taken by Zoe. Bumped up by Suarez. Kiger the spike. And Kiger ends it with an exclamation mark. And we will go to a third set here at Schluntz. Will Kiger delivers his second kill of the match so far with a powerful shot there to win Brookline the second set, 25-22. We will be going to a do or die third set here coming up. If I'm not mistaken, this will be first to 15 rather than first to 25. And so we're definitely going to be starting the varsity match a little late. It was scheduled originally for a 5:15 p.m. start time, but I honestly had my doubts that was gonna happen. You know, JV match started late. It's going to a third set. We're not starting the varsity match at 5:15. All right, here we go. The two teams out on the floor for the third and final set of this best of five match, or this best of three match. The best of five match will be varsity after this. But this best of three match will come down to this do or die third set. Brookline sending out Chang, Zoe, Kiger, Suarez, Epworth, and Rosales. For Needham, they'll be sending Logan Liu back out there as their libero, alongside Lee, Anderson, Langlos, Vaccaro, and Goodman. Ethan Lee will be starting us off here in set number 3. It all comes down to this. Here we go. Serve taken by Zoe, set by Suarez. Quick spike, Epworth deflected, taken by Liu, set by Lee. Goodman the spike, blocked wide, And Freddie Goodman starts us off with the kill as he gets his 4th of the match, and Needham takes the first point. All started with a strong spike receive from Logan Liu to give Needham the chance to attack. This serve taken by Zoe, sent over on 2 by Luis Suarez. Great reach by the Brookline setter. That was going to be a tough follow-up as the first hit was going a little bit closer to the net than you would like, and Suarez took that lemon and made it into lemonade. Serve off the net court taken by Goodman, set by Lee. Spike Goodman goes cross court but misses wide. Two to 1, the Brookline lead. Suarez the serve, chased down by Liu, followed up by Lee, sent over by Langlos, received by Zoe, set by Suarez. Spike Rosales goes off the chest, almost followed up, but not quite. Matt Rosales, his 4th kill of the match so far, as that one just impossible to receive by Liu. This serve taken by Liu, set by Lee, spike out of the middle, deflected, taken by Epworth, but could not be followed up. Might not be a full kill, but still a strong spike from Diego Vaccaro. Epworth almost had the block, but it just wouldn't roll over. And then his follow-up hit could not be taken. Serve from Goodman, received by Zoe, set by Suarez. Kiger, the spike, dug out, could not be followed up. Will Kiger, who delivered the finishing shot of the second set, now delivers his 3rd kill of the match. Brookline with a slight lead here of 4-2. Rosales sends it over, taken by Anderson, set by Lee. Spike Anderson deflected, could not be followed up as Anderson gets the kill there. That is his 5th. A 1-point game here in the 3rd set. Still anyone's game. Serve now from Taranoga, received by Cheng, set by Suarez. Epworth the spike, deflected, followed up by Steinwagner. Sent over, chased down by Rosales, bumped over by Zoe, received by Goodman, set by Lee. Spike Langlos, blocked back, recovered by Steinwagner, followed up by Langlos, and Lee bumps it over, dug out somehow by Rosales, set up for Kiger, who gets the kill. What a rally! Both teams looked dead to rights at multiple junctures there, but Will Kiger gets his 4th kill of the match as Brookline goes back up by 2. Serve taken by Goodman, set by Lee, spike by Steinwagner, deflected, taken by Zoe, set by Suarez, spike Kiger again. Will Kiger coming to life here in the 3rd and final set. His 5th kill of the match, his 3rd kill so far in this 3rd set. Serve received by Anderson, set by Lee. Anderson the spike, could not be received, goes off the fingertips. Another kill for Tucker Anderson, his 6th. 6-4 the score in favor of Brookline. Micah Gladstone going on serve now for the Rockets. Received by Cheng, set by Suarez. Kiger blocked this time. Blocked back by Anderson. His 1st block of the day, and it's a big one, as Needham cuts it back to a 1-point game. Gladstone serve, received by Rosales, set by Cheng. Roll shot Kiger, received by Goodman, set by Gladstone. Anderson blocked back, but they could not dig it out. Big block there. I think that might have been Henry White on that one, his second block of the day. Now Max Wong. Serve dug out, set by Gladstone, punched over by Anderson, taken by Wong, followed up by Cheng, pushed over by Zhou, and Zhou gets the push kill. Taranoga caught cheating up on that one as Zhou sent it far back for his 7th kill. Serve by Wong, receive by Taranoga, set by Gladstone, tap over by Villa, and Ben Villa gets his first kill of the match. 8-6, Needham staying right on Brookline's heels. Anderson on serve. Taken by Zhou, set by Wong. Stein, the spike could not be followed up. Merrick Stein with his 3rd kill. Nine to 6, the Brookline advantage. Ben Zhou sends it over, received by Anderson, could not be followed up. Ben Zhou has had such trouble with serving today, but there he gets his first ace as he sent that one to the back corner, and a timeout called by Needham as Brookline has their biggest lead of the 3rd set so far. 10-6. Brookline 5 points away from winning this JV match in what has been a thriller so far. Needham took the first one 25-20 in a set where they never trailed, but Brookline was never that far behind. In the second set, the two teams went back and forth, but Brookline managed to get the final push they needed in the late stages of the set to win 25-22. And now Brookline trying to win the 3rd set here to clinch the match. Out of the timeout, Zhou back on serve, received by Taranoga, set by Gladstone, long spike Villa, sails long. And again, this is the advantage to getting your serves in. You give your opponent the chance to make a mistake. 11-6, the Brookline advantage. So serve received by Taranoga, set by Gladstone, tap over by Freddie Goodman, good for another kill as Goodman has 5 today. – 11-7, Logan Liu on serve for the Rockets. The serve dug out by Rosales, bumped up by Wong. Spike Stein, dug out by Liu, followed up by Vaccaro, bumped over by Villa, received by Zhou, set by Wong, spike by Stein, barely dug out by Gladstone, bumped over on 2 by Villa, taken by White, set by Wong. Roll shot, Rosales is blocked. Oh, they maybe shouldn't have touched that one, as that block looked like it was going to go wide. I didn't quite see who blocked that one, but Needham gets the point there. I think for now I'll just give it to Vaccaro because I'm pretty sure he was in the middle on that one. And that serves drops in. An ace for Logan Liu. Bad watch that time, as Liu gets his first ace of the day. Needham starting to claw their way back. 3 unanswered points by the Rockets, and they have cut Brookline's lead back down to 2. Serve, received by Zoe, set by Wong, punched over barely by Stein, taken by Liu, set by Gladstone, spike by Vaccaro is missed long. Brookline very lucky on that point as they just barely got the ball over to give their opponent the chance to make a mistake. Henry White the serve, received by Anderson, set by Gladstone, Vaccaro the spike deflected, dug out, but could not be followed up. Brookline almost managed to save that one, but Vaccaro gets the kill that time. 12-10 now the score. Brookline 3 points away from winning, but Needham 2 points away from tying it up. Still anyone's match here. Serve from Lee, taken by Zoe, set by Wong, spike Rosales. Big spike from Matt Rosales as he collects his 5th kill. (13-10), the Brookline advantage. Suarez the serve, dug out by Lou, but sent over on one, received by Rosales, set by Suarez. Kiger gets it through. How about Will Kiger in the clutch today? He has come through so strong in these last 2 sets as he now has 6 kills. Match point for Brookline. Suarez the serve, just long. A gutsy watch by the Needham back line, but their guts proven right there. Still match point for Brookline. Goodman serving, taken by Zoe, set by Suarez. Kiger, dug out by Anderson, followed up by Lee. Langlos the spike, deflected, taken by Kiger, but an illegal hit. Needham not backing down as they get another point, and they're staying alive. Still match point for Brookline, 14-12. Goodman serve, received by Zoe, set by Suarez. Spike Rosales blocked wide, and Brookline wins it. Matt Rosales puts one final no. Oh, wait, it's not first 15. I'm dumb. I guess I'm dumb. I didn't know. I thought that this would be first 15 like it is in varsity, but I guess not. Rosales the serve. Taken by Liu, set by Lee. Spike Anderson blocked back by Kiger, but dug out by Liu. Followed up and a roll shot from Anderson. Received by Rosales, set by Suarez. And a spike from Zoe, dug out by Goodman. Followed up by Lee, punched over by Anderson. Received by Rosales, set by Suarez. Zoe the spike deflected and received by Goodman, set by Lee. Langlos the spike into the net. So forgive me for my misrepresentation of the rules here. I thought it would be first 15 in this do-or-die 3rd set, similar to how it is in varsity in the do-or-die 5th set, but I guess this is still going to be first 25, win by 2. My apologies, folks. Rosales the serve, received by Liu, set by Lee, spike out of the middle by Vaccaro. Needham answers right back with Vaccaro's 2nd kill of the day, and they're staying right on Brookline's heels, 16-13. Serve taken, set by Suarez, spike Epworth, deflected, taken by Lee, set by Goodman. Tap over by Anderson is blocked wide there. And Tucker Anderson with his 7th kill of the match so far. 16-14. Slight correction on my pronunciation. It's Merrick Steen, not Stein. Thank you for that. Serve received by Chang, set by Suarez. Spike Zoe, received by Goodman, set by Lee. Spike Anderson. Tucker Anderson bringing Needham back into this one as Brookline calls timeout. 8 kills now for Tucker Anderson today, as every set just coming down to the wire. So again, thank you, Barb Steen, for correcting me on the pronunciation, and thank you, for the kind words in the live chat as well. I appreciate you. So Needham not backing down as Brookline was starting to build a lead at a couple of points there. I mean, I'll tell you, Brookline's JV coach, Justin Suhu, told me jokingly before the match that he likes to think of his team not as a JV team, but as a varsity 2 team because of just how good this squad is. And I'm telling you, both of these programs can be proud of their JV squads for just the high level that they play at. Serve taken by Cheng, set by Suarez, punched over by Kiger, taken by Lee, bumped up by Taranoga, sent over by Anderson. But an illegal hit there by Brookline, or a touch of the net, whatever it was. Needham takes the point and ties us up at 16. Taranoga, the serve, received by Cheng, bumped up by Suarez. Zoe, the spike, sails it long. That set just, I think, a little bit lower than Zoe was expecting. And now Needham takes the lead. Serve taken by Zoe, set by Suarez. Kiger, the spike, and he sails it. The errors starting to pile up for Brookline as Needham has scored, I believe, 5 unanswered points to take the 18-16 lead. Might be 6 unanswered points, I'm not sure. Taranoga's serve, received by Cheng, set by Suarez. Zoe, the spike off the net cord. And Needham keeps it alive, bumps it over. Received by Rosales, set by Suarez. Spike Epworth is blocked. Epworth recovers it. Chased down by Rosales and bumped over by Suarez. Received now by Taranoga, set by Lee. Spike Langlos off the net cord, taken by Epworth, set by Cheng. And an illegal double hit on Cheng ends that thrilling rally. And Needham's long run continues as another timeout is called by Brookline. Needham with all the momentum going here in the third set. And again, Brookline mistakes starting to pile up here. Brookline had the momentum at the midpoint of this third set, the midpoint that I erroneously thought was the end point of the set. But in fact, they played to the full 25 in all 3 sets at the JV level, which is, you know, good for me to learn. You know, this is only my second JV volleyball match that I've covered. And it's the first one I've seen go to 3 sets. So you know what? I'm learning here. Out of the timeout serve from Taranoga. What's the call? What's the call? Was it long? Was it in? Is it an ace or a service error? Who's getting this point? Is the official just going to call a mulligan here and have them play the point over? They decide it's long. Ryan Cheng went for another gutsy watch on the back line, and that's about as close as it gets. Needham debating the call here. And Needham was calling for a replay of the point, but they didn't get it. Cheng's serve received by Goodman, set by Lee. Anderson the tap blocked back, but blocked wide. Needham reaches the 20-point threshold first as Tucker Anderson gets his 9th kill of the match. Needham 5 points away from winning this JV match here. Gladstone on serve. Received by Rosales, set by Suarez. White, a spike out of the middle, dug out by Taranoga, but could not be followed up properly by Gladstone. Not enough for a full kill there, but still a strong hit from Henry White. As Brookline trying to crawl their way back here. Max Wong and Merrick Steen check back in for the Warriors. Wong on serve. Serve received by Goodman, set by Gladstone. The spike from Anderson gets through the blockers for his 10th kill of the match. Anderson's serve into the net. Brookline gets a lucky break there. Excuse me. Benzo on serve. Received by Anderson, followed up by Taranoga. Bumped over by Goodman. Received by White, set by Wong. Steen spikes it wide. My mistake, they called a violation. Needham touched the net. A big break for Brookline as they cut the lead down to 1, and Needham calls timeout. Out of the timeout, things coming down to the wire. Zo's serve is an ace. Huge ace from Ben Zo. Ties us up at 21. As that one just slid off the hands wrong. Both teams 4 points away from winning the match. Zo's serve, another ace! Ben Zo coming in clutch here. Back-to-back aces to give Brookline back the lead for the first time in a while. 22-21. This serve received by Liu, set by Gladstone. Spike by Villas, by Goodman is blocked wide, and we're tied up at 22 as Freddie Goodman gets his 6th kill of the match. Logan Liu on serve for the Rockets. Serve received by Zo and could not be followed up. Logan Liu with his 2nd ace of the day. Needham 2 points away from winning the match, but they only lead Brookline by 1. This serve received by Cheng, set by Wong. Rosales delivers. Big point from Matt Rosales, and this will truly be a win by 2 situation. Matt Rosales with his 7th kill of the day. And one of these teams is going to win this set by exactly 2 points. Henry White, the serve, goes off the fingertips of Anderson, but followed up by Liu and bumped over by Gladstone. But the bump over goes wide. An erroneous set of hits from the Rockets give Brookline match point here, 24-23. White serving for the match, but it goes long. We are in a deuce-type situation here in the third and final set of this JV match. Remember, folks, it's win by 2. So it's not match point for either team right now. Ethan Lee on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Rosales, set by Wong. Rosales, spike blocked, recovered by Epworth. Set by Wong, pushed over by Steen, received by Liu. Bumped up awkwardly by Anderson. Long roll shot by Goodman. Goes off the fingertips of Zoe, but chased down by Chang and bumped over by Epworth. Received by Anderson. Set by Lee. Goodman the spike, and it goes off the fingertips. Freddie Goodman with a big kill there, and now Needham has match point. 7 kills today for Freddie Goodman. Lee serving for the match. Received by Chang. Set by Wong. Rosales, the roll shot taken by Anderson. Set by Lee. Goodman taps it, and Goodman ends it for the Rockets. Freddie Goodman with his 8th kill of the match ends it in favor of Needham. The final score of this JV match, the Needham High Rockets 2 sets, the Brookline High Warriors 1 set. Set scores in favor of Needham, 25-20, 22-25, 26-24. What a thriller this one was. Final unofficial stat counts from yours truly. For Needham, Tucker Anderson leading the attack with 10 kills and 1 block. Freddie Goodman with 8 kills and 1 ace, including the last 2 kills needed to give Needham the match. 4 kills and 2 aces from Max Cooper, 4 aces from Ethan Lee, 2 kills and 1 block each from Mason Langlos and Diego Vaccaro, 2 aces from Logan Liu, and 1 kill each from Ben Villa and Cole Davidson. For Brookline, Ben Zoe with 7 kills and 3 aces. Matt Rosales, 7 kills, 1 ace, 1 block. Will Kiger, 6 kills, 1 block. Merrick Steen and Ivan Epworth with 3 kills each. Luis Suarez with 2 kills and 1 ace, and a bunch of assists that unfortunately I wasn't able to keep track of today. Henry White, 1 kill, 2 blocks. Jack Castro, 1 kill, and Max Wong, 1 ace. Well, that's going to do it for this one. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed watching this JV live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. You can also comment in the comment section down below after this live stream is concluded. Also go down below to the description section where you can find the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. Also some information related to me. You can find some links, my personal website, my email, and my social media links if you would like to follow me on social media where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Needham 2, Brookline 1, 25-20, 22-25, 26-24. And folks, stay tuned for the varsity live stream. Be sure to find the link for that one because it's a separate stream. So be sure to track down that link for that stream. I'm going to switch over to that one after wrapping this one up here. But for those of you just watching JV today, thank you all for watching and have a good night.